Hey everybody, I'm here with a quick video on OJ Simpson. OJ Simpson had some civil suits against him when he was alive, and the civil suits he lost and he owed people money, right? And unfortunately, now in his death, he didn't pay while he was living, but his estate is now going to have to pay now that he is gone. It's very sad that this money couldn't go to his kids, that it's going to go to Ron Goldman's family, well, the father, because the father, when OJ Simpson was still alive, put a civil suit against OJ Simpson saying he killed his son. And although OJ was found not guilty of those murders, he unfortunately was found, liable via the civil suit. And now Ron Goldman is going to get to collect on that debt. Let me go ahead and share a screen so we could get more into the story. So OJ Simpson estate signs off on $58 million for Ron Goldman's father decades after shocking double murder. So Fred Goldman may be closer to finally receiving payment from OJ Simpson's estate nearly 3 decades after winning a wrongful death judgment against a former football great who was acquitted of killing his son. So Malcolm, the executor of the Simpson estate, has accepted Goldman's creditor claim for $58 million, plus ongoing interest. The news site reports that the figure was agreed to following negotiations between the estate and Goldman, whose son Ron was killed alongside Simpson's ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, in June 1994. Goldman initially submitted a claim exceeding $117 million, a figure that represents the original $33 million judgment from the 1995 civil lawsuit, plus interest that has accumulated over the course of the past 3 decades. The executor disputed Goldman's calculations and offered a number that was half of what the bereaved father was seeking. Goldman accepted, according to TMZ. The executor told TMZ that the state intends to pay as much of the approved amount as possible through ongoing auctions of Simpson's possessions. Also, the money is not even readily there. The executive said that some memorabilia was stolen and that he is working with attorneys to recover those items. He also plans to request the court award Goldman administrative fees for guidance provided in managing the estate. The executive has rejected most creditors' claims, accepting only Goldman's and a claim from the Internal Revenue Service. The Simpson estate will prioritize payment to the IRS in order to meet federal tax obligations before attending to other debts, including approximately $640,000 claim from California. The executive told TMZ the state would need to pursue legal action if it wants payment. The agreement with Goldman marks a reversal from the state's initial stance following Simpson's death last year, when he stated he would never pay the Goldman family. He subsequently changed course and committed to accepting their claim. The Post has saw comments from the executor, the Goldmans, and the Browns. On June 13, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman were found brutally slain outside Brown Simpson's Brickwood condominium. Simpson, the NFL Hall of Famer who went on to a career in acting and broadcasting after he retired from professional football, was charged with both murders. I have to say this. I will never understand just anyone who you were married, you get divorced, and you just still don't want to see the person you divorced be happy. Like you, and I'm not saying we're never going to know the true story about what happened in this situation, but I'm just talking about in general, because we even see people where we don't know their name in a famous way, where the spouse are breaking up or about to break up, and they're having fights over custody of the kids, and somebody hires somebody to kill said spouse. It's just crazy to me. Let's uncouple nicely. You can still see your kids. If you're supposed to pay child support, pay your child support, but you ain't got to come kill me. It's just very sad. He was acquitted of the slayings following a lengthy, highly publicized trial that lasted more than a year and played out on television screens worldwide. Goldman's parents subsequently filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Simpson. Simpson testified in the civil proceedings denying involvement in the killings. In February 1997, he was found liable for both deaths after 3 days of a jury deliberation. All 12 jurors voted in favor of the plaintiffs, and on the first ballot awarded 8.5 million in compensatory damages to the Goldman's family. 6 days later, the same jury ordered Simpson to pay 25 million in punitive damages, split equally between the Goldman and the Brown families. The combined 33.5 million judgment went largely unpaid during Simpson's lifetime. As of present day, the families have received only a small fraction of the awarded damages. So I guess this 33 million now that the state is they're trying to settle all debts with the state, but if the money is not physically there, I still don't know how much of it they're going to get. But if the one over the estate agreed that they're accepting this $58 million claim and they're going to try to give it to him by any means necessary, then I guess good for them, right? Anyway, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this story, and I'll see you in the next video.